doing some Wim Hof exercises, or what are you doing?
I like to hit a little meditation before I start my episodes. What up, JOBINS? I got my buddy BloodSport with me today, all the way from Switzerland.
You got it right this time.
Yes. Did I fuck up before?
You said Sweden a couple of times.
Have I?
Yeah.
Switzerland, Sweden. Damn it, Schmitty.
It's pretty common though. Pretty common mistake.
Are they close together?
About 2.5 hours flight time. We're not directly next to each other though. No.
So where in Switzerland are you from?
Zurich, my brother.
Zurich.
Zurich City represent.
Let's go. Zurich in the house.
Yes,
Shout out to all you Zurichians. No?
Zurichian. What the hell is that?
I don't know. We say like Arizonians. You know, because shit like that.
Well, there's only a word in Swiss German for it. That's Zürcher.
Zürcher.
Yeah, Zürcher.
Tucher.
You can say Zürcher.
Zürcher. Yeah, man. I've always been so fucking bad with language. I failed Spanish.
Nah, but like our language is also hard as fuck.
Is ours hard to learn?
Can I cuss on that pod?
You can cuss as whatever you want.
Good.
Just don't be mean. Damn, but the fact that you can... How many languages can you speak?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I talk German and Swiss German, which is kind of similar, but Germans can't talk Swiss German, so I take it as two languages. I speak German, Swiss German, a little bit of French, a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of Portuguese. Americans, I'm not a spy, but I started to learn Russian now, so I speak a couple words Russian.
Damn, so I might have a spy on my pod. I might learn a couple years from now.
No, we're not talking.
I knew it.
English a little bit, as you might hear.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, that's actually the languages that I speak. Yeah,
That's impressive because I can only do English, and I'm even bad at that one. So.
Yeah, but you're from America. How should you learn anything?
Hey.
Like, yeah, you grow up speaking English. That's everything you need.
What do you think about us Americans?
I personally love America. I want to live here.
Really?
Yeah, I love this country.
Would it be really hard for you?
Land of the fray, you know what I'm saying?
Who are you trying to be when you do that?
I'm trying to be the guy from a little bit of Bryce Mitchell, maybe.
Give me your full-blown white American accent.
Damn.
Can you do it?
I can try.
If
you put me on the spot like that.
Put me on the spot.
I can try to talk a little bit of Bryce Mitchell accent. You know what I'm saying? doing some labor work, farming.
Dude,
have my chickens.
One of my favorite thing about life is language, even though I'm horrible at it, but accents. Because you go across America, you get different. Is that like that in Switzerland? Do you go like
yeah. We have very different accents, and we all make fun of each other. There's even like one place in Switzerland, I have no clue what they're saying when they're talking to me. Like, it's so weird, so out of pocket, you can't understand them.
Which is weird, because isn't Switzerland, it's not that big, right? It's like the size of New Jersey or something.
We're pretty small, yeah.
Like it takes an hour to drive through it?
Nah, come on, bro.
How long does it take to drive all the way across from Switzerland to another side?
Well, if you drive from one side to the other side, it probably takes you about 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that.
That's from here to not even to halfway to Vegas.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy that you can have a whole country that size and then even have different accents in that size.
Yeah, we have 4 languages, brother.
It's like that in Missouri. Missouri, we had if you went south of Missouri or even like southwest, you'd get southern accents. Southeast.
I can imagine.
Yeah. But where I'm from, I don't feel like I have an accent.
But here a lot of people talk Spanish as well, like in Walmart and stuff, because it's so close to the border to Mexico. In Walmart, everything is written in Spanish as well. It's kind of cool. Like, I think if you grow up here, or if you grew up here, you should be able to talk at least a little bit of Spanish. Otherwise, you messed up, brother.
It is 2024. I have technology for that.
No, but you didn't grow up here. You grew up in St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have an excuse.
Hey. Yeah.
You have an excuse. You can still learn it, though, for the Spanish mommies here. Like,
yeah.
That's how I like to use my little bit of Spanish here on Tinder and
You've
stuff.
been hitting on the American women?
I love American women.
You love American women?
Especially like the 35 upwards, like the MILFs here.
How old are you?
I'm 24, brother.
You're 24 and you like to hit the 35s.
Upwards, brother. 35's like, I like to hit all kinds of, like, as long as they're 18, obviously, just disclaimer here. But
dark humor.
I mean,
you're one for dark humor, my friend.
You never know, man. Yeah. FBI might fucking storm this pod. But I like older women. I don't discriminate because of age. Of course, I have a certain
55.
Limit. 55 is like normally like the limit. Like I like my Lisa Anns and stuff. But American MILFs just look different. Like MILFs in other countries are not as hot as American MILFs.
What do you like? How?
When you look at American MILFs, they all, or not all, but a lot of them just look like those Kendra Lusts, Lisa Anns. I don't know where I got these names from. I just heard them a couple of times somewhere.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, I don't know as well. I just saw some pictures online today. It was like, I'm going to use this for the pod. But they're pretty fine ladies. You know what I mean? And
so you like the Jennifer Anistons of this day? Because she is beautiful and she's old.
She's beautiful, yeah, but like that girl I heard, what was her name again? Lisa Ann, I think. Yeah, Lisa Ann. I've heard her name once. She's like my type of older woman. Like Lisa, if you see this,
marry you?
Nah, I'm not the guy to marry, but I would have a little relationship.
Damn. So you've been swiping or anything on the apps here?
I've been swiping.
Have you had any success so far?
I had a lot of, like, depends on what you call success. I had a lot of matches, that's for sure. But the problem is I'm only here for like 10 days, so it's always a lot of them are like,
you're on a mission.
I wanna get to know you better. I'm like, I don't have time for that shit. Like, you either meet me. If you're really hot, I might take you out for dinner if you're really hot. But if you're not a 9 or something, like, don't even try to come at me with like, yeah, let's get to know each other. Like, I don't want to get to know you. I want to have
then
time.
You shouldn't swipe. You shouldn't swipe while you're here. You should take advantage of the weekend nights that you're here and go out to either Scottsdale or like the country bar these guys like to go to.
Okay.
Because there you'll probably find like there's girls that want to hook up. And then when they hear your accent, they'll probably be like, damn. And then they're not, your chances of scoring are probably way better in person in another country, I would imagine.
Depends. Like when I'm a white boy, so when I go to like countries like Mexico or like Thailand, stuff like that I've been to, I have a lot of success there. But for example, I went with a brother of mine, Mendes. Shout out to you, brother. I went with him, like he's a light skinned guy. We went to Sweden together. I couldn't get shit in Sweden because I look like I had my beard fully grew out. I looked like a Swedish Viking, and he like the light skinned boy. Every girl was going crazy. All the blondes, the white chicks, they were all going crazy for him. And I was like, damn man, I have to go back to those more hot countries where the girls are into white guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in Thailand, I was fucking superstar there.
Really?
Yeah. Every white boy that listens to this pod, if you've ever been to Thailand, they took pictures with me and stuff. Like one of the massage ladies asked me for a picture and stuff. I was like,
you're getting massages?
In Thailand, you can get massages for nothing. For like,
really?
I'm butchering this now, but I think like $3 or something, you can get a good ass massage.
That's like that Dane Cook joke in the back day. For $1, you can lick this, and he's like, I'd rather lick $1. It's like, ooh, $3, dude. That's crazy.
But what I always do here in America, what I do now when I travel, because I realized when you just go on Tinder whenever you're here and you're only here for like 10 days, a week or whatever, it always takes like a week to get the matches in because they're not always swiping. A lot of times when you leave, that's when you get all the matches and everyone's texting you, oh no, you're gone, that's so sad. So right now what I do, like 2 weeks before I leave to somewhere, I change my location on Tinder to wherever I'm going, in this case Arizona or Glendale.
Oh, so you're prepping.
I'm prepping, and I have in my bio, hey, I'm going to be in Arizona from then and then. And I have a lot more success like that, because then once you're here, you already have your matches, you already texted to them, you already have a pre-selection, whatnot. So I like that.
What's the Switzerland Riz? What's that like? What would you say to a girl when you first meet her? What's the thing you guys do?
Damn, a Swiss Riz.
Well, yeah, what's the Swiss Riz?
Boy, that's hard to say. I don't even know what I say to a girl.
You don't know what to say?
I'm normally pretty direct. Like, I normally make it pretty clear what I want.
So when you just give me the full line when you walk right up to a girl. You see her, she's looking at you.
In Swiss German.
Yeah, you're back at home, you're out at a bar with the buds, this girl keeps locking eyes with you. What do you walk up and say?
So you want me to say it in Swiss German now?
Well, no, say it in American. Because I can't understand you when you start swinging the messes and shit.
Fun fact about me, never ever in my life have I ever walked up to a girl in person and just talked to her and asked for a number or something.
Really?
Never. Because I'm a guy, and I know you're going to hate on me, but I'm a guy, like my inner pride and stupid doesn't let me, unless I'm really drunk, doesn't let me just approach a girl, because if she rejects me, I'm gonna go home. Like, I'm gonna be like, fuck. If people saw that, like, holy shit, I can't get rejected by a girl.
Interesting. So
because on Instagram and stuff, I have very good success with the girls. So, and even if she doesn't reply or something, which of course happened before, then at least no one saw it.
brother, it's still hard for me to do, because sometimes when the boys put me on the spot and they're like, hey, tell this girl she's cute, I'm getting better at it, right? Because it's the nerves, right? But as far as getting rejected, Schmitty's done past that. And I used to be just like you, bro. I'd be like, man, I can't go out there and get rejected. If I get rejected, it's gonna ruin my night. Dude, once I saw in person Tim Welch get rejected like 37,000 times and just keep trying and not let it stop him. And dude,
I can imagine that, but you have such a cool group here. I think if I would be out with you boys and you would tell me, hey, go to the girl, I probably would do it. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, I would never do that or something when I'm afraid to blame myself.
You should, dude. You should start doing it even when you're just at home with the boys or something.
It always depends, though, which friends you're with, because most of my friends are same as me. So,
bro, if
you never get that dynamic.
It's all about, dude, I've been around too many girls with too many of my boys, right? I'm the ugly duck in the group, right? I'm surrounded by alpha males.
You're the Anthony Smith of the group.
Yeah, so I see how girls act when they really like a dude. And if a girl is locking eyes with you and talking to you and touching you, it's on. Yeah?
Of course, yeah, I know when it's on. Like, when I go to the club, I don't think I ever went to a club and didn't made out with a girl. But I need to go to the club. I need some alcohol inside of me.
Same.
And then I can start going.
I wish we didn't have to. I wish as humans we didn't have to. I talk to Tim and Sean about this all the time. It's like, I wish I could reach that comfort zone that alcohol gives me without the alcohol. That confidence. There's people that can do it.
That would be an amazing thing, yeah.
Right?
Like, people who can do that naturally are so blessed.
Yeah.
Because if you are not afraid of failure in every realm of life,
right,
you will be so much more successful. So being afraid of failure can, of course, prevent you from certain situations, but it can also leave a lot of great opportunities away from you.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's the saddest thing, is because, like, and Tim wants to classify those people as dreamers or whatever it is. There's a term he says for it all the time. But it's just people that have the idea, they believe in it, they could probably do it, it's just they stop themselves.
Well, I'm not like that everywhere. Like, I'm really a guy, if I say I'll do something, I'll do it. Always.
Yep.
I never said anything that I will do and I didn't do it. Like YouTube, for example. You know how people in Switzerland look at you if you say you do YouTube? They're like, what the fuck are you doing, you dork? Like, what the fuck is that? You're doing it in English? You don't want to do it for the Swiss people at least? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, people don't look at you and are like, hey, that's so cool you do it.
So is Switzerland like a small town country?
Not really.
Like everybody knows your name type shit?
No. That's maybe your street or something. But like Zurich, the city that I come from, is the biggest city in Switzerland as far as I know. Yeah, it's like the business capital of Switzerland. There's a lot of people. At least for us, it's over. I think we have 1.5 million people in Zurich.
Okay.
So not everyone knows my name. I would like to. If everyone knows my name, that would mean I'm pretty successful. But no. But of course, yeah. When you go to the city, you always see people that you know. Like, if you go to the city, like the center where everybody is, of course you always meet people that you see. It's not like you're in a fucking huge ass American city, but it's not as small as people maybe think about.
Well, it's just weird because the world is so weird with all the different languages. You know, I found this. Me and Brendan were looking at this theory of the Tower of Babel. You ever seen Babel with Brad Pitt? You a big movie guy? You see, like,
I like movies, but I'm a pretty picky guy. Like, I don't watch every random movie. Like, I'd rather watch a movie 2 times that I really like Pain and Gain, for example. That movie, I watched it like 6 times already.
A lot of people hated Pain and Gain, but I actually liked that one.
I loved it.
When Dwayne The Rock Johnson's addicted to coke and he's going backstage doing coke, dude. I'm like, damn, The Rock actually played a fun character in this movie.
And they tried to kill the Jew, but they couldn't.
Which
they just drove over him and shit.
Which was based on true story. Yeah, a lot of people hated Pain and Gain. I don't know why. I loved it. I liked it. Bro, I don't know if it's me or what, but I'm starting to fucking hate every movie that comes out. A24 is about the only thing saving the movie industry right now. Do you know what A24 is?
No idea, bro.
They make a lot of crazy, pretty original, authentic movies. They make a lot of fucking crazy horror ones. You like Nicolas Cage? Do you know who that
I
is?
like him. I know the name perfectly well, but
Yeah,
I don't
quit.
have a face in front of my eyes right now.
I gotta forget your friend. I gotta forget. I keep forgetting. But they got this movie called Dream Scenario out with Nicolas Cage, and I was like, damn, this movie felt like fucking original. I know it's hard these days for us to come up with shit that's original, but I don't know. Today it just seems like they I know they've always used movies to like put some kind of agenda into it, but today shit is just shoved down our throats. I don't know if I'm getting to that point where I'm old and I'm just not with the young generation anymore. I finally have pushed forward. I'm not sure. But
I mean, I don't know what you're exactly talking about, but if you're talking about what Disney does and stuff, I'm completely against it. Like, that's literally propaganda like crazy.
You hate Disney? What about Pixar?
I'm boycotting Disney. I have no subscription there anywhere. Luckily, I don't need ESPN Plus in Switzerland. It doesn't even exist in Switzerland.
Really?
No. We have the coolest, Dana, if you see this, please don't listen. We have the coolest thing ever for UFC in Switzerland. Literally, we have an ultimate subscription on Fight Pass. It's like $180 a year. Ultimate subscription. You have all the pay-per-views included. Every fight and everything you could imagine that's like related to the UFC, you can just watch it for $180 a year. You pay like $70 for a pay-per-view or something. This is insane.
You're about to piss everyone off that watches. Well, here in America,
get a VPN.
Well, here in America, we like to illegally stream things. Not me, but
I know. There's always I always do watch-alongs when I watch every event, every UFC event, and always do like a watch-along on Twitch and Kick and stuff like that. And the people always ask me for a link. Like, a lot of people watch those illegal links. I'm not gonna name the sites now, but I think we all know them. And it's crazy that they never get taken down. Like, they're so commonly known. Everyone knows those. I would say 2 most famous sites, but they're still active and on every time.
Yeah, I'm blessed. Most of my friends all love other sports, so I got ESPN, so I get to watch all the fight nights and everything. And then,
That's great.
Yeah, me and my boys, dude, we would literally buy, back in when I lived at home, every pay-per-view, we would either go to Buffalo Wild Wings, which would save us money. Back in the day, Buffalo Wild Wings used to be so much better than what it is. Is
that a cool place? I've never been there.
It used to be a lot cooler. It used to feel more like back when UFC was just kind of more fun. You'd go to a Buffalo Wild Wings fight night, and the whole place would get loud, go crazy. From the beginning too. Like, I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings sometimes where like even the prelims, it was getting packed.
I always watch the prelims. If you don't watch the prelims, you're missing out on so much. You see all the up and coming stars who will be the champs in the future. They are all looking, or not all, most of them are looking for knockouts. They're trying to prove, they're trying to put their name out there. So the prelims are so fun to watch. I love to watch the prelims.
They used to charge. They used to get a little extra charge on your bill for staying to watch the UFC fights. Now look at, like, most restaurants, they try to play UFC to get you to come in. So
yeah, I can imagine.
That's pretty crazy, actually, when I think about that kind of shit. It's not how long I've been fucking watching this sport. What up, Chris?
What's up, champ?
But so what inspired you to come here to America? You do a lot of traveling. You've been to a lot of countries.
Yeah, I have to say the main reason why I came to America in the first place in December when I first came here,
which was already almost a year ago. Fuck.
That's half a year ago, brother. December. It's July. It's June now. 6 months.
I just don't know anymore. But yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I literally came here for content, like because, as you might know, I do like YouTube and stuff, and I always tried. My goal was always to like travel the world with MMA. So like go to all kinds of different UFC events in every city, like wherever they go there with the UFC, kind of like, you know, go to the gyms there, do gym reviews of the gyms there, and obviously I don't earn that much money with YouTube and stuff that I could live from that and just do that. So I was like, America is a place to be, America is a place to grow, and I always wanted to visit it. I've been to America a couple of times before, but I always wanted to like visit.
Where'd you go when you were here before?
I was in New York 2 times.
Okay.
When I was like a kid, I was in Miami once, Key West.
Uh-huh.
But like that was a whole trip.
I know a bunch of places I've never been to.
But I don't remember shit about that. I was like 9 years old or something.
Really?
New York, I was like 16.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of cool with my dad. But yeah, that's actually the place I've been. But so I was always a big fan of Sugar and of your whole crew. I always loved the dynamic you have and stuff.
How long have you been watching UFC?
I think my first real fight that I really consciously paid attention to and watched was McGregor versus Dennis Siver, which was like 2014. But I was a hardcore casual back then. I just knew Conor. I was just the biggest Conor fan ever. And I was just like, Conor is the GOAT, and I didn't know anyone else. And then I started to get into it. And
Real quick, all my friends, Brendan, Brock, and all my buddies were saying that Dennis Siver was going to beat up Conor McGregor. I'm like, fuck that. No, Conor's next. Fuck you guys.
Oh, of course.
So we went back. That night was a real like, haha, fuck you. You thought Dennis Siver was going to beat this guy?
When they were doing the touch gloves.
Yeah.
Conor wanted to touch gloves. Dennis didn't want to. Conor was like, fuck you,
yeah,
Dennis.
dude.
Then he beat
those
the life
Conor
out of him.
days were the best, man.
Yeah.
You could feel it. You could feel something was coming. Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's cool.
But yeah, like now since like 4 or 5 years, I'm literally watching every single event, everything that has to do with MMA. Like that's my whole life right now. And yeah, so I wanted to come to Arizona because I was like, that's the first place I need to stop in. That's the place I always wanted to visit. I love the climate and everything, and I always wanted to train under Timbo. Because I started to do those gym reviews on YouTube, and I was like, that needs to be the first place in America that I will review. And when I came here, I literally planned to just come here once, review the gym, dip, and go to other places then, always after that. But somehow, I had to come back, and now I'll probably come back every time I come to America.
Really?
Yeah, I would love to live here. My goal is
in Arizona or in...
I'm not sure about that yet, because I obviously have to visit certain other places to look like how I like that place and whatnot. But I definitely want to be in the area around here. Like if Arizona would have an ocean, I would move here right now. That's the only thing that is not perfect about Arizona is you don't have an ocean. But
man, oceans are overrated.
I love oceans.
Do you want to what? You want to be right on the fucking shoreline, or you want to?
Oh yeah, some fresh fish every day.
Just sand in your
outhouse. You see all
house.
the mommies in bikinis there on the beach, like jumping in
crabs.
the water, like Baywatch. Like I love it. After training, you go to the beach, like you still have a pump in your muscles. Like all the mommies are like, oh my god. Look at that gringo.
Fun fact: I guess I've seen the ocean, but I haven't really seen the ocean. I saw it in Boston when I was in the harbor area.
Yeah, but that's not like the ocean.
I know, it was a big giant harbor.
Yeah.
It felt like a lake with a bunch of docks. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not seeing the ocean yet.
Yeah, but the fucking RedHawk Academy really feels like home now to me. It feels like a freaking family here.
What were so before you met Tim and Sean, what were your thoughts? What did you think they'd be like?
It's hard to say. I always thought that both will be very chill guys, like very down to earth. But I kind of still underestimated how down to earth, especially like with Tim. I had a lot of interactions. Now with Sean, not so much. Tim is as down to earth as you can be. You have to imagine. In my opinion, he's the smartest mind in MMA in terms of coaching. He literally coaches the freaking world champion and still does normal classes every freaking day. Sometimes even morning, evening. I could not believe it when I saw the schedule of the RedHawk Academy. You have Drakkar training you, an active UFC fighter.
Courtney. She's not active right now.
But I haven't seen her
she had a baby.
Coaching that much. Yeah. You have Tim, as I said, the coach of a champion coaching you. That's such a privilege to all the other gyms I've been to. That doesn't exist there. They are just coaching their pro fighters. They are not there for you. And you can just chill with him. You can just talk with him. Like, he's just such a nice and humble and down-to-earth dude. I really love that guy. Like, just, yeah. You don't find people like that very often, you know?
Oh. I want him to write a book. He's got a mind that needs to have a book.
Yeah.
There's people like, he's like, oh, I don't want, he's got too much shit going on. But he can hit up Mike Malak, because I look up to Mike Malak big time.
Is that the Logan Paul boy?
Logan Paul's a good buddy, and I really like him.
I am mad as fuck at him.
Why?
Because how dare you take my wife, Lana?
Mike Malak. Oh, there. Have you seen his new girlfriend?
Nah. I don't pay attention too much to the Logan Paul side. I like Jake way more. But I have nothing against Mike though. Like, seems to be a cool guy. But Lana is so freaking. I was like, how? With all due respect, Mike, I was like, how did he get her? Like,
I
how?
appreciate you. I appreciate you. But yeah, I think Tim should write a book. He really has a mind
Yeah,
for
he
it.
should.
Tim and Sean really changed my mind on famous people because I had already viewed Sean famous when I first had met him, and he was famous, but he wasn't what he is now, the world superstar.
Of course.
And my boy hasn't changed one bit. Now, and same thing with Tim. Like, they haven't changed one fucking bit. And they inspire the shit out of me. I don't know how I became friends with them because they're like, like you. Everyone gets mad at me about how I don't message back. And it's something I do want to work on, but like, I don't know. I'm like, it's definitely me. And I know that I'm like, well, Schmidt, because of social media is how you even met Sean and opportunities. Like, you never know what opportunities can come.
Of course.
But I used to sit and game all the time and do Twitch and just sit around, do nothing, watch TV. Horrible. Now I'm in like I'm grinding.
That's great. I can see that, man. I can see that.
Yeah, everyone, like, the boys like to give me shit, but at the end of the day, I'm out here and I love it. I live such a fast-paced life, and when I tell my mom and everyone back at home, they're like, "My God, do you ever stop?" And I'm like, "I do," and then I'm always telling them, like, "You should hear what Tim and Sean do in a day."
Of course.
Because the amount of shit that I'm like, dude, I'm like, holy fuck, and then I think about how much they do. It's insane, dude.
A lot of people always think that they do a lot until they really meet someone that really does a lot. And you should take inspiration from that, because I always say you cannot be depressed if you're always busy. If you're always doing something, you don't even have time to think about what bothers you. If you're always driving, you're always thriving, if you're always like doing stuff, you're always improving, doing new things, working on stuff, you don't even have time to think about your problems, like, oh my God,
that's facts,
that sucks, that is bad. Just, you can always do more, of course, like Sean does as well. That's why they're such a big inspiration for me with all their sleep and stuff. They're not like, hey, no, don't sleep, work until 3 a.m., wake up at 6. No, have a healthy lifestyle, do your red light, do sleep good, do drink and eat healthy organic stuff, but whenever you're not eating or sleeping, hustle, brother.
Yeah. I've been putting it's all about the thought, because for me it's just like the thoughts I have that kind of get in my way, because my biggest threat is the man in the mirror. What's something that I've been kind of doing is like put more thought into being creative, into thinking about ideas to do, videos to do, stuff like that.
The more you're on social media, the less creative you are normally. I always realize that, like, the best ideas I ever get for like merch and stuff, or for video ideas or whatnot, is always when I'm at the gym. Not jiu-jitsu gym or MMA or something, because then you are literally like so focused on what you're doing, like your mind is empty. But when you're like lifting weights, that's when all my ideas come, because I'm not on my phone. I don't never have music in my ears when I lift. Never.
That's pretty cool. I'm always playing music when I lift. It helps.
Yeah, but it just always distracts you. Like, of course, it can motivate you. Of course, you'll probably even lift heavier. But what I realized is, if you always have a podcast going, if you always have music going in your ears, you never have time to be creative, to think, because your mind is always busy. Yeah. You cannot think clearly and freely and creative if you always have something on your ear or a conversation going on. So when you're in the gym, no one is normally, at least, like bothering you all the time, talking to you. You're lifting weights. Like, your body's active, and when your body's active, your mind is better at being active. And that's where I at least come up with my best ideas. That's at least how it works for me.
Yeah, I respect that. I can relate too. I feel that. I'm the same way sometimes. Sometimes it's just, I don't know, like, when I'm in a good state of mind is when I'm real creative. Coffee, sometimes that coffee weed buzz got me going. I'm real creative.
Get your coffee at RedHawk's Java House, the best coffee in Arizona.
Yeah. Thank you. Shout out. Yeah, shout out. I love that place so much. We just moved our fucking coffee shop into the next room, and so my God. So Mariah, Tommy, Haley, Tim, there was a Bebo. There was a lot of hard work that went into that, unforeseen hard work, that obstacles that Tim didn't see coming. And it looks really cool. It's a vibe. It's like a den. It's like a fucking coffee den. He's got sick lights. Just the way it's all set up is cool. We got a better sink. There's been some upgrades. A little bit of an ice issue. We'll figure it out.
It's just a real coffee shop now.
Yeah.
So a real coffee shop.
No distractions. The old coffee shop room mixed with the beginner gym feels like the last episodes of Friends when you walk in right now. And it's super sad and depressing. But Tim's gonna get that matted up. He's gonna get the bags up. He'll make that look cool. But until then, right now it's a little slumber, and everybody was missing the coffee shop in there last night.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It is different too because it was nice because even though it would kind of distract the kids and everything, I got to interact with everyone. Right now, I'm kind of like secluded, Yeah. So it's a little lonely until they come hang out.
Yeah, because whenever when you in the old place, whenever you walked to the gym, you could not see the coffee shop because it's such a big window, such a big room, and now it's a little small room with a small window, so you barely even see that someone's in there if you're not literally looking inside.
I know. I wonder if he should get another little sign to kind of put right above the door that goes out.
Because you at least for me, as a guy who once walked in there for the first time, you're not really looking up at, okay, where is what?
Yeah.
So that would be a good idea because now it's really because the door is closed as well the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's if you don't know it, you probably don't realize that there's a coffee shop there.
And Tim likes it being low key though.
I like that. I like that about the whole gym. Anyways, it's growing a lot, but it's not getting too big.
Oh my God, the fucking beginner classes are getting massive. His class, it's not getting too big. It's perfect.
Well, yesterday's Nogi, you were there.
Yeah.
Yesterday's Nogi class was massive. You couldn't. That's something that I hate the most when I train. When you can't even roll without every 2 seconds, you have to look. You get a freaking foot in your face, and you're like, bro.
Yeah.
But
you know what Tim tells me? He says most jiu-jitsu gyms aren't even that. They get one room for everything.
Oh yeah, of course.
So he's like, we're so blessed to have that. I'm like, yeah, that's just crazy how many people want to train under you.
I tell you, man, it's still crazy to me how, in my mind, I thought there would be way more people because, as I said, for me, Tim is the smartest mind in MMA if you talk about coaching and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So training, already having that opportunity, I thought this gym will be packed. And I thought everyone that I talked to in Arizona will know what the RedHawk Academy is. I just went to buy I went to buy Sugar's energy drink, the Rice Fuel or whatever it's called, some other stuff in a vitamin shop. And I talked to a guy. He said he trains martial arts as well. He never heard of the RedHawk Academy. I was like, how did you never heard of that?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool because a lot of people do still come in and they're like, yeah, we didn't even know this place. Some people look up coffee shops just when they're around the area and they come in. They're like, whoa, this is cool.
It's a really cool place. I love that place.
And to be honest with you, man, it's actually has been getting more. And if it was more than what it was, it'd be overwhelming. Because we do get a lot of people coming in looking for Sean. They just want to talk to Sean. They want to meet Sean.
That's a little bit of a problem.
Constantly getting phone calls about when Sean's going to be there. So fame does bring a little bit of craziness.
You should work as a security guard at the door.
Yeah. It might be getting to the point because there's a security guy down at the plasma thing that's a couple doors down. It's about a half a football field away that he is.
Half a football field.
Yeah, well, I like to know my distance, you know what I mean? Because I am alert. Even though I'm not security, I am security. So, I am always alert, trying to be alert of what is going on. And thank God,
me too.
we got Art. We got a couple other soldiers that are always alert, too. But, yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
You were talking about
fame because of all that kind of shit. Yeah, if it was more, dude, it'd be crazy. And plus, what's really cool is jiu-jitsu, something that blows my mind. It's expensive. Times are hard right now, right? The economy. Tim and Sean always want to give me shit about money and all that, which I can of course, no matter what, I can always be better. Especially with messaging people on Instagram, it's just time management. It really is just time management.
Yeah, of course.
Like Schmidt, just take a couple minutes out of your day and fucking message some people back. It's not that fucking hard, right?
It's time management, but it's also kind of priority management with who do you want to text back, who do you know really well, and who is I don't know that guy, I don't need to message him back right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Prioritize. That's how I do it at least. I'm not getting nearly as many DMs as you, obviously, but I also have when I get a DM from name for example from you, I immediately see, okay, Schmidt texted me, I'm gonna text him back. I'm gonna go in the chat, text him back, or in 5 minutes, okay, I'm gonna text him back whenever I'm free. And sometimes I see names, I'm like, I don't even know who that is. I'm just gonna put him in the general folder, and I'm gonna text him back whenever I have time to just text everyone back.
Yeah. But
Like when Marab texted me. When Marab was like, pray for your boy Sugar. I was like, where did that come from?
yeah, we've been going. There's been a lot of Marab wars going on right now. But back to the jiu-jitsu thing I was going to try to say. The fact that jiu-jitsu is so expensive, like, and Tim does like some places charge way more than what even Tim trains.
Oh, really?
And dude, there's people that charge 200. There's places that charge 200, and
For
it's like
what? Like how long?
for their monthly fee.
Monthly 200.
Yeah, dude. And Tim and look what you say. Tim's one of the smartest minds in MMA. But guess what else? Tim's one of the most loving minds of MMA. Because guess what? He doesn't ever want to overcharge his students. He loves his students. He knows how hard it is. He hooks his students up with a whole bunch of stuff all the time. So, but when you sit, we're going back to talking about how full.
Can you tell us? Can I tell us something real quick about that? About Tim being loving and stuff with that. You know what Tim did when I came here again this time around? I came in. I said hi to him. Blah blah blah. This and that. I was happy that he even recognized me. I was only here for a week. I asked him like, "Hey, can I do a subscription again?" He was like, "How long are you here?" I was like, 10 days. I was like, "You know what? I'll cover you." So I literally had to pay nothing.
Exactly.
I was so grateful for that.
Exactly.
Because I came here with like my last money, like I was saying, like a 2-star motel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where I feel like I get murdered any night.
That's Tim, bro.
I was so grateful for
That's
that.
fucking
Like
Tim.
he's such a beautiful human being. No diddy.
And he does that more than anyone knows.
Yeah, and he does it like in silence. He doesn't
Oh,
need
yeah.
any. You know what I mean?
100%.
There was no vlog cam in my face.
Yeah, I'm very blessed to have him as my not only a good friend but my boss.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go back to
Oh,
your jiu-jitsu
dude, it's
talk.
okay. No, I was just saying, when you see all these students training and everything, you know that they're here paying money, working hard, long days. Everyone works hard, long days, but some of these people are doing some like crazy labor work. And then when you know how long their Labor Day work was, and then they come out here and they're fighting, doing
Huge respect.
jiu-jitsu, it's like, holy fuck. That's another thing that you're kind of like, because we have a guy named Kyle. Shout out, Kyle. We love you. You're a fucking legend as always. But he's fighting cancer, and that motherfucker,
Oh, fuck.
he be fighting a fucking 5-round war every day. And then he's just itching right now. He's getting ready to come back. He's always itching to be into jiu-jitsu. It's like, damn, that's stuff I think about too when I'm getting sad. It's crazy, man. But I got to remember, because I've been in this circle for so long, because like I get reminded when people come out and they get so shocked by seeing Tim, seeing Sean. When it's like, man, dude, they've just taught me that like everyone's human. No, it's not about having big egos. It's about being grateful for what you got, working hard for what you love. You know?
That's true.
And that's just really, and being healthy as you can, because the healthier you are, the better your mind is, the better everything else will be. And that's what I'm trying to just make sure I stay. So that's why sometimes when, and most of the time, I'm fucking hated, dog. Like, everyone loves me on my pod. I love you guys. You guys watching my pod, and I'm not talking about you guys. But damn, I go on the Timbo Sugar show, and because the boys like to harp on me and whatnot, and then I'm defending myself, and we're going in this loop.
But I told you this before, right? When I came here in December, I always listened to the Timbo Sugar show since a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like you at first. I was like,
Damn.
who is that? I was like, that guy's so annoying, because Tim and Sean were always like talking crap about you and stuff, and you were always defending yourself. So I was like, this fucking guy never does anything, like, because they're always talking about how you're like so lazy.
Yeah.
And you always needed help to get off Starbucks and stuff. I was like, this guy's so freaking lazy. He gets on my nerves. And I kind of started to like you more and more, though, the more I listened to the pod.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, when I came here, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm going to meet Schmitty.
Mm-hmm.
But you were the first guy I met. I remember when I walked in. I didn't even know you work in the Java house when I walked in. I was like, that's that Schmitty guy. I started to talk to you. I was like, damn, Schmitty is one of the nicest human beings I ever met. I was like, damn, I love that guy now.
Oh.
It's kind of interesting how, like, when you meet someone in real life, how different it can be than if you just see them online, especially if it's only like a pod. That's not even your pod, you're just on the side. Sometimes they talk about you, you know what I mean? Don't see your whole story, your personality and whatnot. That's kind of interesting.
True.
That offline, online world.
Yeah. And you know what else I'm learning too? Even if you do, because I've met a lot of celebrities who I've looked up to, and they're fucking lit. I'm like, holy fuck, they're so cool. But then there's been a couple that I'm like, ooh.
I know that feeling.
Ooh.
Brother,
But then you gotta remember, what are they going through? What's their day? Are they upset today? Did something happen that we don't know about? What mood are they in before you even meet them?
Very good point.
You know what I mean? So I always like Tim and Sean will give me shit here because they're like, oh, what about the psychopath kid? Now I'm like, well, no, I got my army of fucking witnesses that know this guy's a fucking lunatic. You know what I mean? But I've come to give people like, okay, hey, maybe they're having a bad day. You know what I mean? That's why I always try to make sure I'm nice to everyone I meet. Sometimes I feel bad because when I'm super tired or like I am kind of overthinking some things, I'm going to quit saying sad because at the end of the day, Schmidt's happy, right? I'm a human and we have moments, right? I'm a human and we have moments. My problem, overthinker. I see Schmidt starts overthinking. So sometimes when I'm a little fucking super tired and overthinking, I'm a little quiet because I'm a kind of guy, I wear my heart on my sleeve. And
that's true.
I got to work on that because we all go through it. Everyone's like, I admire my uncle John was like that. My dad was like that. Kyle's like that. Tim's like that. Sean's like that. It's no matter what you're ever going through, even when you're the most tired, always just make sure you're smiling and being as nice as possible to people. That was something that my old ex did that pissed me off. We would go to get food places, go places. This is one of my pet peeves. If I'm in your passenger seat and the person at the drive-thru's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You're like, and you're just fucking give them your credit card, don't say anything type shit, and just oh man, like that gets me. Even if like say you're in a line at Walmart and your cash register and and you're just like yeah. It's like, dude, be nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine every asshole that they've encountered and they're still being nice right now.
Always be like that to people how you want them to be to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
And here's the thing. So I'm going to defend myself. I'm getting a little defendy. Tim and Sean are some of the hardest workers, and they have changed my life drastically, right?
That's for sure.
Yeah. But a lot of things are gaslit. And look what it caused, though. You know what I mean? But that's also on me because my mouth gets me in trouble. My mouth has gotten me in trouble in a lot of times.
It's also like you don't have to be liked by everyone. Like,
right?
You know how many people are heels, and you're not a heel, but you know what I mean? Like, they are hated by people, but they're still kind of beloved by some, and they always get attention at the end of the day. If you want to have a career, which you kind of do in like the internet and stuff, you will always encounter haters, and haters are good because they will at least watch your stuff. They love to watch your stuff and hate on it.
That statement right there is beautiful. That's beautiful. If you can start something like a podcast and keep that energy the whole time, no matter what outcome, that's beautiful, and I give it to you. But for me, I had to learn that. I had to learn it because it is a fault when you like, why does Sean fight? Because you know what I mean? Because he wants to be the best. He wants
the chicks. We all know the
story. We all want the chicks. But at the end of the day, he wants to be the best fighter that's ever been.
Of course.
Yeah, and
legacy.
Yeah, and so there is a line of we do want to be liked. We do want that. Just because it's not, I want to be liked, but I just like having a good time with people, right? I like good people. I like having fun.
Who doesn't?
But you got to learn to not, like you're saying, letting people who don't like you stop you. And I have to learn that.
Of course, whenever you start to go on the internet, like when you first do your first appearances and whatnot, or first videos or whatever, and you first get that hate, everyone gets upset by it. Everyone.
You question yourself.
But you have
do they know me? You don't
of
know
course,
me,
and
bitch.
if they say you do that and that bad, you start to think about, damn, am I really doing that bad? Does it really suck?
Do I
you always
suck
have the
that
difference,
bad?
though, between feedback that is actually valuable and maybe isn't written in the most loving way, but it actually is real feedback, and stuff that is just unnecessary trash talk because people like to hate on you.
Yep.
And the more you are in that online world, the more you get those hate comments, the more you can kind of learn to live with them and just not care about them. Sometimes I even smile when I get like a lot of hate comments on a video. I like it because it's engagement. I'm like, damn, keep commenting, please.
Right.
Keep commenting. It's engagement. You help me.
You're right.
Like,
any publicity is good publicity.
That's true.
Yep.
You see with Chael Sonnen, Michael Bisping, they were all hated at some point. Now they're beloved.
Yep. And at the end of the day, no one knows yourself unless you're a fucking schizo and you don't know fucking existence or something, which is sad. But at the end of the day, I know who I am, right? And as long as you just stay, I'm just like, man, just stay true to yourself. You know who you are. Just stay true to yourself and just fuck the haters. And I've been telling myself they're AI robots.
Okay.
They're
Interesting.
Russian-generated AI robots. That's what I tell myself.
That's a very American way to put it, yeah.
And you're so right, dude, because it is so true. Look at Sean, a white nerdy boy, not nerdy, but just a white boy from Montana, bumfuck nowhere, and he had a vision, he had a dream, he worked hard, and he fucking accomplished it, right? And then even after accomplishing what he set out to accomplish, he's always raising the bar on himself to accomplish even greater things, and people still hate on him.
Of course, they will always hate.
So you're right.
Whoever you are, even Wonder Boy has haters, and I'm
he's
like,
the nicest
how
fucking
can you?
guy.
How can
He's
you
too
hate
fucking
Wonder
nice.
Boy?
Yeah.
I met him in Vegas. He was like the nicest guy you could ever meet.
I met him too a couple times.
But
He
of
really is
course,
nice.
everyone has haters.
Yep.
You know, many people are at home, desperate, searching internet for people who are doing well for themselves or who are trying to improve their lives, and hate on them because they can't do it, because they are sitting there at home, jerking off 5 times a day and are depressed. Of course, they're gonna hate on you. People hate, like people that are unsuccessful and are not doing well in their life themselves. Oftentimes, love to hate on people who are trying to get out of the misery and trying to change their lives.
Right? Because think about it. I never, do you ever just spend time hating? I go shit talk on, my friend's post, like on Sean's post or Brendan's, somebody's, and just do a little shit talking. But do you go on, someone who has a podcast when you see that they're trying to do a podcast, and do you go on their shit and go, you fucking suck? Never.
No, only if I see Ian Gary posts or Paddy Pimblett.
Ha. You got some beef with them, huh?
Ian Gary don't really have beef because he never interacted with me. So I can't say it's a beef.
So
I used to like both those guys though. I have to be honest. I used to like them both when they were coming up. There was a video of me going crazy for Paddy when he was in London, one of his first fights in London. And we were all saying, "Oh, Paddy, the Paddy." I used to like him, but I mean, we all know the cock story of Ian Machado, Gary. So I just don't like their attitude. When I see a person who just seems like a piece of shit person to me, I just can't stand them.
You got that? When did you meet
Ian.
Paddy?
No, Paddy, I don't get a piece of shit person.
Because when I met Paddy, he was
no.
super nice.
I don't want to accuse Paddy of being a shit person. That's
Okay.
Ian.
So
Ian, I feel like Ian is he sometimes acts nice to the outside, but when you really
peel the onions. The
layers. He's so freaking selfish and not a really nice guy. That's at least what I heard as well from stories from people around him. Of course, I always say, whoever I hate on, when I would meet them, I would always try to be nice to them and see if they're really as bad as I have them in mind. Because you can always prove me wrong. You can always be the nicest guy in person, and I have no problem admitting that, hey, actually, you're a nice guy. I was wrong. I have no problem admitting that. And Paddy is just... He started to get on my nerves so much, always talking about so high of him and always just over exaggerating with everything. When he won against Jared Gordon, he lost against Jared Gordon, let's say, and he was going to Dana performance of the night. I was like, bro, you're fucking retarded. Can I say that? I mean, are you retired or something? His whole personality got on my nerves so much after that. How he acted always like he's the king of the world. I'm like, bro, you can't even throw a punch without having your chin up in the air like crazy. If you ever face a guy who's a really skilled striker and not 45 like Bobby Green, and even Bobby Green probably flatlines him, you're gonna get flatlined. Who did you ever face that's an actually good striker? No one. And Paddy has good jiu-jitsu. I'm not gonna talk shit about that. But when I met Paddy, he was okay to me. But
okay. So sorry to interrupt.
No worries.
Me and Marab. So sometimes fans are like, "Oh, Schmitty, you're an idiot. You talk shit, but this guy here." I know that the shittiest amateur UFC fighter, MMA fighter would kick my ass. Right? I'm not an idiot. I know Marab would fucking kill me. But Marab likes to make videos of Sean. I like to make videos and make fun of Marab.
Yeah.
We in Boston, we had at the press conference when I was talking shit because that's in a moment of war.
Needed.
It's needed.
Heated.
Yeah, heated, and it was needed. And those moments were always crazy. But then after Sean won, there was some little more just fun shit talking, right? But then Merab was very respectful. Oh, congratulations. Well, now since the fight's building up again, he's shit talking. He's making fun videos.
Which is fair game.
Yeah. I'm not making these videos thinking I could just fuck Merab up. I'm just making these videos to be funny. I never cross a line. I'm not going to ever cross a line. You know, I'm trying to actually come up with shit that when people watch it, they laugh.
Yeah.
And to piss them off. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I respect Merab. I don't hate him. Sean, I believe in Sean. Sean's one of the most incredible athletes and minds ever. And he's going to piece up Merab. So bring it on, baby. But I have no actual ill will towards Merab.
Of course.
But people think I do. People think me and Merab do. So what did I just want to know what Ian did to actually make you have, because is your beef like that? Is your beef like that with me and Merab, or is it actual like he did something you want to fucking beat his ass?
No, I'm the same. I would never cross. Well, I might be a little bit of a hypocrite here, because you could say I maybe crossed the line with Ian there, but I just tried to make fun of him. I would never go up to Ian and say like, "Hey, your wife is a bitch" or something like that. Never. Mm-hmm. I would never be disrespectful like that. But of course.
But do you think he's a cuck?
I like to call him a cuck. I don't think if you have a real serious conversation, I wouldn't say, yeah, he probably sits in a corner on a stool and watches his nutritionist smack his wife. I don't say that.
Uh-huh.
I'm using it more in a fun comedy way, saying, yeah, he's a cuck. That's what I like. I like to call. If you watch my streams, I love to call people.
Is calling someone a cuck crossing the line?
I like that word, cuck. I like to call people a cuck. I don't know.
Are you saying cock or cuck?
With a U.
Okay.
Cuck. Not the thing
cuck.
that we all have. Or
say with
has.
Cuck.
Cuck.
Sounds like you're saying cock.
I don't know. But no, with Ian, it's not personal or anything. With Patty, it's kind of more fun. I just like to, at the end of the day, I'm also trying to grow my channel. Mm-hmm. And I realize if you're always being nice to everyone, no one's going to watch your shit. If you're always being nice to everyone, respectful, and made a better man win, no one's going to watch you.
That's true.
You have to be a little bit
be the wild one.
Controversial and wild. And I embrace that now. And I don't have anything personal against those guys. But Patty commented on my video as well, saying some shit to me and stuff. So I'm like, okay, Patty, I like that beef.
What did he say?
I don't remember the exact words, but he was like... saying you're just a fan, that blah blah, this and that. No, he said you were never really a fan, because I said I was a fan of him when he came up. I supported him. And he just did so much shit. He acted so stupid that I was like, I can't support that guy anymore.
So you just DM'd him?
Nah, he commented on my video, on my YouTube video. I did a YouTube video about him.
And he commented
with his official profile. Yeah, he commented even like 2 or 3 times on that same video.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of fun. I was happy as fuck when he commented. I was like, damn, Patty.
That's fire that he's getting it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was in Vegas at the time, and he was in Vegas at the time. I think that was during the fight week of 296 in December. I was like, I would love to meet him, just to do a little video or something. That would be fun, you know what I mean?
I'm afraid to meet Merab. I think that his fucking whole squad's gonna come after me. I'm gonna get jumped. That's what I think
Merab is a cool guy, actually. I think he's a little bit of a weirdo. He's definitely a weirdo. He's definitely a weirdo. Finally. But I think if you really know him, he's one of the most loyal guys you can meet, probably.
I think right now, because he's getting ready to fight Sean, I think I really did get under his skin, because
that's okay.
I made just that. I guess it was just perfect timing with the song and everything, but boy, did that one get to seem to go under his skin when I'm like dancing with the thing, and I show him losing, and Aljo getting knocked out by Sean. But just little videos like that. He commented. He was in my DMs. He went after a whole bunch of soldiers. He was just on a yeah. And now I'm not gonna lie. Every time I do something, I want Merab to see it. I can't wait to know that he saw it, and I just want, because I like to know what he's thinking,
Yeah, but he seems to be like, I remember I did a video on my Instagram about like Henry and Merab when they fought. Oh no, that's starting Seudo. Henry and Merab when they fought. I did a video about, like, I don't remember what exactly the context was, but like their stare down, their face off. Like I was looking, I didn't see the stare down, and I was like, down there, like, because they're so small. And he commented on it laughing. So I was like, he seems to be a pretty chill dude, but of course,
Yeah.
if you're at war with someone or at war, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in that way, you're fighting someone and someone from their camp is talking shit.
Yep.
You're not trying to kill them or something, but of course
They want to send
it's
a message.
war.
I'm going to be the guy that gets
He's not
sent
gonna,
a message.
he's not gonna laugh at your videos and be like, "Ha, you're so funny, Schmidt."
They'll be like, no, we got your boy Schmidt.
No, but you know what I mean. I don't think
We
he
got
would,
him.
as long as you don't come up to him when you see him and you're like, "Hey, you fucking weasel" or something. As long as you don't do that, then he will come after you.
you
And then he
remember-
has all the reasons to come after you. Because when you talk shit in public, you have to back it up.
Remember when Khabib pressed
Khabib.
when Khabib pressed Artem? Do you
Or
remember
the
that?
funny Lobo of you.
Yeah, when he caught him.
You have to ask him why he eats slap. Why your boy eats slap.
I know. I have a feeling that I have gotten under these guys just right now in this time frame, in this leading up to Sean's fight. I believe that after he fights Sean and he gets knocked out, we'll all be good again, you know? But right now in this time of battle, that because when I was in the press conference at Boston, and the families were to my right, whole crew, and then that thought of, I don't know who the friends look like. I only know what the fighters look like. When it was time to leave, I was trying to get the fuck out of
Just
that
always
arena.
walk around with a Philly shell.
Dude, and then people are wanting photos with me as I'm trying to get the fuck out of their arena. Imagine that. I'm nervous because I'm like, I'm about to get possibly jumped, right? And then people are like, "Hey, Schmitty, can you get a photo?" I'm like, ha, 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 hey. You know
I
what I mean?
understand what you're saying, but I think you're making you're scaring yourself off a little
hope
bit.
not.
Because
Well,
when did
I'm not actually
when
like-
did you ever see at a UFC event someone getting chumped from another team? When? And how
that's
much
some behind the
shit?
scenes shit that you don't hear about, I bet, probably.
I think
A
there's
friend?
cameras
When a
everywhere.
friend got caught by another group of
There's
friends?
cameras everywhere, brother. It's 2024. You're not gonna not hear about something. And
Marab beats up Sean O'Malley's friend Schmitty. That'd be kind of fire, huh? You just see me. I'm like, I'm sorry. No.
nah,
I'm not scared to stop making the videos. I'm gonna keep making them. But if I go to the press conference in Vegas or whatever it is, and I go there, is my guard gonna be up while I'm in there with all the people?
yeah. So what, brother?
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be up a
what?
little
It's gonna be an experience. You're gonna tell your grandkids in 30 years, and you're gonna be. You have great memories. And if Marab comes and slaps you like he did Artem, I will do what Connor
I'll
did.
slip it.
I would. I will load up the chap with a few guys, fly down there
Marab
like Connor
can't-
did, throw the dolly at him.
Marab can't reach high enough to slap me.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, Marab. Clip that.
Dude, if Marab actually watches my pods, that's a win right there. So I'll take it.
It's a win anyways.
Yeah.
As I said, publicity is always good.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
That's what I was saying with the Paddy and Ian hate.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that, you need that. It's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
It doesn't need to be personal. Like you really want to hurt that guy or something. And I don't say I could beat Paddy or Ian in the fight. Definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially with Paddy,
Never.
I maybe
No.
would. No. I don't say I will beat him, but I maybe could bring up my mind to say, okay, let's do a kickboxing, a Thai boxing sparring match. But I would never want to fight him. I would never say I could beat him in
Dude,
any shape, way, or form.
kickboxing match would suck.
That's the only thing that I would at least I would
Leg
at least. I'm not afraid of Paddy's leg kicks. I'm more afraid
leg
of Paddy.
kick in
Paddy
general.
seems to have a lot of power, and I don't. As I said, I don't say at all I could beat him. I just
Remember when
say
he did all the
that's
Marines?
the only thing where I could maybe have a slight chance because in jiu-jitsu and stuff he would murder me.
Remember when he choked out all the Marines back to back? It was like
Yeah,
bing,
he's
bing,
a
bing, bing,
phenomenal
bing, bing, bing.
grappler.
That cardio.
He's not a phenomenal striker. He's a phenomenal grappler, but his striking works for his game. But if he will go to Thailand in a Thai boxing match, he will get knocked the F out, brother.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? You're probably gonna hate me. I like Paddy still.
That's totally fine.
I think he's I really would like to see him fight Taporia because now that we know more about
That would be
Taporia,
murder.
when he threw that this hand sanitizer at him, I'm
Mr.
like,
Hand
I know-
sanitizer boy.
you do a pretty good. Do it again.
Paddy the body lad.
You do.
Fucking hand sanitizer boy lad.
You
Eating
do.
some bagels in Liverpool lad with the lads lad.
That's probably why you got to Paddy.
I love doing Paddy impressions.
If I'm Paddy and I'm getting in someone, oh,
in the video I also did a Paddy impression, yeah.
that's what got him. I guarantee it. I guarantee
It's like,
it.
that's me.
People are like, oh, lad, I can't do it as good as you, lad. And I don't like it.
I love the Liverpool accent. When I hear a guy talking the Liverpool accent, I laugh my ass off.
I love it. I would love to hook up with the chick from there. Like,
Oh no, they are like dudes. Chicks
Really?
from Liverpool are like dudes.
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm never there. Like Darren
Nah.
Till looking?
I love Darren Till. I love Darren Till.
Do they look like Darren Till?
Darren fucking Till, lad. No, they can actually look good, but as soon as they start talking, you're gonna run. You're gonna be like, hell no, brother.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about. Let's get into Jake Paul, Mike Perry.
I actually like that fight. I think Jake is the much better technical boxer.
Really?
Yeah, Jake has good technique. I'm always like, people hate on Jake, and I'm not a Jake Paul groupie or a fan. Like, I wouldn't call myself a Jake Paul fan, but I have nothing against him. I used to hate him when he started to beat up the MMA guys, but we have to give him credit. This guy can fucking box. He has good technique.
He's been working hard, man.
He's not Canelo. He will never be Canelo. He will never fight for a title that's like against a real boxer. Never. That's the sweet science. People are doing that since they're like 5 or something.
Jake Paul versus Canelo. What's the weight difference? Do you know that?
I don't watch boxing. I have no idea.
I know. I forget. Canelo's what? Isn't he like 185?
We have Canelo in our gym.
And you don't know the motherfucker's weight?
No, Canelo's the RedHawk brother.
Oh, chill. Oh, well then he's 205.
Yeah. No. But Jake has solid technique, man. Especially for how long he's been boxing. He boxes very well. He has a great right hand. And against Mike, I mean, if they would be the same size and height.
It's interesting too because Jake was bulking up for Tyson, right? So he's gonna have to bulk down.
Jake's a big boy, anyways. Jake is not a small guy.
I know. Now he's gonna have to bulk down.
Mike, didn't he fight at 155 at some stage?
I feel like Mike could fight at 185 too, right? Because I'm thinking he was a 55er.
Mike would be
in the
much
UFC.
smaller, and that don't forget, Mike beat up Luke Rockhold. You know why I say Luke Rockhold? That's how Paulo Costa always said it. You can't say the Luke Rockhold.
Okay, there it is. Okay, Luke Rockhold. I don't care if he hurt me. He's the one guy I don't like. I also
don't like him, but he's one of those guys where I'm like, okay, from what I see from him and what I hear about him, I don't like him.
I wouldn't even want to talk to him.
But I have nothing like personal against him, and I would be open to get to know him to see if he's really a shit guy, like people say.
Oh, I heard
bad stories about him. Yeah.
Brother, I've heard it from way too many people that have met him.
Yeah,
and
he seems like it as well in the videos.
Oh, I was so mad when he beat Chris Weidman because Chris Weidman came in, beat my favorite fighter ever, and I'm like, okay, well,
this is still my boy.
I know. I was like, okay, hopefully Chris Weidman can just go on a streak, and that will make me feel better that he beat the GOAT because he's the new GOAT. But then Luke Rockhold came in and fucked him up, pissed me off, and that's brother. I can't tell you this, Jones. Besides Sean winning the title fight, being there live, I don't think anything will ever top that. Sean says there's something that will be. I'm sure he does everything. Everything Sean does is crazy and levels up every time. But not being there live, being at a Buffalo Wild Wings in the moment of time in the UFC when Michael Bisping knocked out Luke Rockhold, literally one of my favorite moments, one of Schmitty's favorite moments the UFC. I got up. I was running around in Buffalo Wild Wings freaking out because no one believed it. You know what I mean? No one thought Bisping was... And I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like this, but the hatred I had for Luke Rockhold already, just because I didn't like who he was, he reminded me of people at high school that I didn't like.
The bullies.
Yeah, and the bully was winning. And I was like, I fucking can't stand this guy. And still to this day, we can watch the fight right now. I'll still get like... You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just one of those. That's what I love about UFC. Like those fights, like the most recent one, Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje. I'm still losing sleep over that. That will never not do that to us. It'll never not do that.
That fight I could watch that on a loop all day.
Yep. Same thing with Sean knocking out Aljo. It'll never.
Sean still has to watch my reaction to it. I still have my live reaction from when he killed Aljo. I was going crazy.
Dude, Sean don't even watch my shit, G. So. No, I'm kidding.
No, but I heard he loves to watch reactions to his knockout. So.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up to him when we'll watch it for you.
Yeah, you said that in December already.
Did I?
Yeah.
Fuck Schmidt. Fuck Schmitty. He's changed. That Schmidt guy is fucking changed,
yeah, man. I tell you guys. I'm only nice to him because we're on the pod now. Otherwise, like as soon as the camera's off, he's a different guy.
Guy seems so lazy, man. Doesn't do shit. But no, it's cool. I need you. In order, you want to surround yourself with people who are better. I don't want friends that ain't doing shit. I like having my friends that are the toppest fucking G's. Always going, Schmidt, what the fuck? You should be better than that. You're better than that. That's what I love. And I'm always getting better, Jobins. It's always trying to get better. But back to Jake Paul, Mike Perry.
I was thinking like we were going way off here.
Back to Jake Paul,
You
Mike
want a
Perry.
prediction or what do you want?
I'm more excited about this than the Mike Tyson fight. I was going back and forth.
Of course. Holy.
I like Mike Tyson. I'm like, dude, have you ever seen The Wrestler?
What?
The Wrestler?
Is that a movie?
Yeah, I would imagine you never have. It's about a 2006 movie, 2007.
Never seen that.
It's with Mickey Rourke. It's about this wrestler who just keeps wrestling. Spoiler. No spoilers. But anyway, I just thought Mike Tyson was going to end up being like The Wrestler. I don't want anything bad to happen to Mike Tyson. It's cool. Like when you think of celebrity death or a celebrity death match, it's cool. It was fun. Oh my God, if Mike Tyson would have knocked out Jake Paul, that would have been crazier than Jake Paul beating up old man Mike Tyson. But Mike Perry, he's been killing it, bro. And I know it's at bare knuckle.
It's way different.
It's way different. It's a different thing. But I just love Mike Perry's energy, and
I love Mike.
he brings it. He brings a fight. He brings the shit talk. Him and Jake are going to have fun shit talk. And then when it comes down to fight, you know Mike Perry's going to fucking bite down on that mouthpiece as hard as he can, and he's coming to fucking take Jake Paul's head off. And I think out of every opponent that Jake Paul has ever faced, Mike Perry's going to be the most violent person to come at him.
For sure. And he's the
maybe
first,
not the most skilled.
He's the first guy other than Tommy Fury that is not
Yeah.
old as fuck.
Yeah.
You think Mike Perry's old because Mike Perry's been on the game forever?
Yeah.
I think he's 32
my
or
age.
something.
I think I'm older than Mike Perry, bro. I'm pretty
How old
sure.
are you?
I'm going to be 32 in December. I think I'm
Oh.
older than Mike Perry.
Yeah, I think he's something in the beginning of 30.
Is that motherfucker 29 or 30?
No. He's definitely over 30.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Because I think I'm...
Jamie, can you look that up, please? Where's Jamie?
Hold on. Thanks, bro. Thanks, G.
Thanks,
But, yeah. I'm excited. Jake Paul, I've always respected the Jake Paul for his hard work ethics. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was the Disney kid and all that, and everyone did. I used to not be like I was opposite. I've gone back and forth. I was like, I liked when the Vine days were. I liked them both, and then I liked Logan after the Forrest thing because I thought he kind of like the way he was kind of coming back, focusing and trying to be better. But then I don't know. There's been a lot of things going on. I don't know much about Logan anymore.
I don't like Logan.
And when I met him, he seemed really cool. He was nice. He talked to me. It seemed like he had, and I'm sure like any famous person, seemed like he had a lot going on. You know what I mean? But something about Jake, when he was doing that group thing back in the day for YouTube, like the Jake Paul, like the group he had, I wasn't a Jake Paul fan. I was like, oh, I fucking hate this guy.
He was a kid though.
Yeah, 100%. But then once he did the boxing thing and he was actually working hard, that's what I respect.
Of course.
And yeah, the names and everything. And then we actually went and faced a boxer. We can all talk the facts. He actually went and faced a boxer and he got beat. But to do that, to even do that, to be the Disney kid, to have everyone doubting you all the time, going out there training, fighting, lose, have this image that Jake Paul created, which was what brought to the table was the image. To lose that to the Tommy Fury fight, and then to refocus, stay focused, go have a game plan to come back. That's a mental strength, dude, that I respect so much on Jake Paul.
He doesn't have to do all of
He
this.
doesn't have to do shit.
That's why I respect it so much. Because people like Michael Bisping always hate him for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Like he's just trying to be a tough guy. Like, he's literally stepping in there. He could have called it a career after his first knockout win. He could have called it a career after he beat up one or two MMA guys.
Yeah.
He would have a great career already. He's continuing to box. Then people say, fight a real boxer. He fights a real boxer. People hate on him because the real boxer is an Uber driver. What do other boxers do in their first 20 fights? They fight Uber drivers who are boxers. So then he goes back to fighting those guys. The only thing I never respected, and I will never have respect for that, even though I see his idea behind it, is the Mike Tyson fight. I hate that fight with everything I have, and I hope it never happens.
Well, in a way, we're back to another name. He's pulling out a name. Mike Perry's built his name right now. He's hot. His name's hot. But look, it was bare knuckle. Now it's boxing, so it's a different game.
Way different.
I
It's
think
way
Mike
more
Perry can
technical.
still do a damn good job. He's been a boxer. He's been doing the striking.
Definitely. Mike Perry is a good chance. I think
Yeah.
it's just Jake Paul is much taller, much heavier naturally, and that's going to be a big difference, in my opinion, especially like in a bare knuckle fight.
I think the Luke Rockhold fight shows what Mike Perry can do against bigger guys.
Yes, I agree, but it's bare knuckle. And bare knuckle is like a street fight. In a street fight, everyone can knock everyone out. It's a mess. It's a slugfest.
Mike, don't worry about them hands breaking.
Boxing is technique. You know what I mean? There's clinching a lot. There's a lot of distance and movement, footwork and stuff. Bare knuckle is mostly just, I'm going to rip your head off. You know
I think Mike Perry's going to kind of surprise everyone a little bit.
Mike Perry has a good chance of winning that fight. But if I had to pick someone, I would pick Jake Paul just because he's a more proven boxer.
For me, this one's a toss-up. I would like to see... Oh, man. It sucks because... if Mike Perry wins, it's like, okay, is he going to box now or is he going to go back and because I like seeing him do his thing in bare knuckle. I really enjoy that for Mike Perry. He's killing it.
He's the king of bare knuckle.
He's the king of bare knuckle. So I really enjoy watching him do that. So if he wins this boxing match, well, what does that do? But if Jake Paul wins this boxing match, well, it's like, okay, start building it back up again.
Mike Perry has nothing to lose. If he loses that fight, who cares? Back to bare knuckle.
Right?
Yeah. If he wins that fight, he's the new king. He's the first MMA guy to ever beat Jake Paul. He's going to be all hail Mike Perry. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to love him.
You got a point.
So
Jake's got a lot to lose.
The only thing I don't like, I feel like he's stuck in him, but of course I don't know the inside stories, is Darren Till. Bro, fight Darren Till already. Darren Till is the most skilled MMA
What if he does
fighter.
Darren Till next? That'd be fire. Beats Mike Perry, then goes
Darren Till is at least as well a little bit of a bigger guy, so he's like similar size. And Darren Till is a fucking beast, bro. Darren Till has hands. People forget how good Darren Till actually is just because he lost a couple of fights. Yeah, he looked horrible on the ground and stuff. He got taken down by everyone and beat up. Who did ever, other than Jorge Masvidal, when he won by a nice knockout, I agree, who did ever win a fight against Darren Till purely in the stand-up? Against Darren Till. Who? I can't name anyone.
Sadly, you know who beat Darren Till?
You mean Woodley?
Other than, that was an ass whooping.
Dricus? Duplessis?
I know, but you know who really beat Darren Till?
He himself.
Darren Till. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, he definitely, his mind is not always right.
Yeah, which is what you need in this sport. And that's why Sean is so fucking good at what he does.
Yeah, man.
His fucking mind.
Just a routine as well that they have.
You can be the best technique fighter. You can have the best cardio. If your mental game is not on when you enter that octagon, you're fucked. No matter how much prep, no matter what, you're fucked. Maybe if you're Khabib. Maybe Khabib's like, oh, my striking was not there, so I just had to lay on the guy. Maybe. But for the most part, if you're the crowd, if a crowd's gonna fuck you up before if you're already shaking in your boots when you're staring a guy across the octagon, you're probably fucked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean is a king when it comes to that.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this. Should we just accept that Jake Paul is going to be the celebrity deathmatch maker for the rest of his career, and let's just keep throwing big, fun other fighter names at him? It doesn't.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I will never pay to watch him. I always use some links. Sorry, Jake, but
we should do an influencer celebrity boxing. They used to do the claymation? Why can't we just make it real now?
We should do Schmitty versus Ray Longo.
Ray Longo, even
he will fuck you up.
He fuck me up. You know, who knows? He's so old now. If I give him a good body shot, he'd probably eat it.
Nah, I can never hurt Ray. Hurt Ray Longo, man.
Ever.
Such an old, nice guy. I mean, of course, he's probably not nice to you guys because you're kind of enemies.
Oh, I'd be so sad if I met Ray Longo and he hated me because I was friends with Sean. I'd be devastated. You don't know this, brother, but I've been a huge Ray Longo for that whole team. I was an Aljo fan before I knew who Sean was.
I was always rooting for Aljo, yeah.
I was in Lake Tahoe watching Funkmaster fight, and I was like, damn, I love Aljamain. But it came to wartime,
But it's always like that. People are always like, but you were a fan of that guy once. Yeah, I was. When Aljo came up, all my Instagram stories, look at my archive, I can show you. I was always rooting for Aljamain. Yeah. Always. I was behind him as well with the knee incident with Dion. I was backing him there. I was like, he is completely right in what he did. Completely. And as soon as he started to face Sugar, I was always Major League Team Sugar. So of course, for me, then I'm hating on Elchman, but not hating in a real way. I'm just making fun of him. I'm like shooting some shots at him, you know what I mean? Like blah, blah, blah. This Elch is lame is how I normally call him. Elch is lame and stuff like that. But I don't mean that. It's not like if I meet him, I'm gonna ask him for a picture probably. I like that guy. I root for him in nearly every fight, but if he's fighting Sean, I can't root for you. Because Sean and Connor are just, for me, two guys who are on that level. Whoever fights them, I cannot root for the other guy.
Yeah.
I have to root for them.
Sean's honestly kind of made Aljo look pretty bad, though, after the fight. The way Aljo kind of keeps handling the situation.
Aljo is handling it horribly.
I know, and
I'm hating a lot on Aljo since then.
You get it, because it's like that's just the passion in him. You know, that's the passion of fighters when you overthink. He's overthinking it, you know?
I think he just has the wrong people around him. I think the people around him are just telling him the whole time, like, hey, you saw how Tim was screaming in. He was trying to distract you with...
if I was Aljo, I wouldn't be saying anything about Sean in the media right now, and I would be putting all my energy. I'm like, okay, my little guy's coming for you now. That's what I would be doing.
I would be like, I'm at 145 now. Let's talk trash about Ilya or something. Let's make a name. Let's make that fight happen. Like, I'm at
he
the
looked
new
good
division.
in his 45. He looked good.
A little bit boring, but he looked good. Yeah, that's how he fights. He's a
Yeah.
phenomenal grappler. He's a funk master. He's a weird style.
Wow.
He won a fight against a top-ranked featherweight. But he's making no noise in the featherweight division. All he does, maybe he makes a little bit of noise with Movsar Evloev kind of call-outs. But he's still, like, Sean still is rent-free in his head. It's like, bro, quit that membership. Leave Sean
What do you think
alone.
plays in their gym?
What do you mean?
I think that plays in their gym.
I want to visit the Longo White.
Will you be our little spy?
Whiteman now?
Will you be our little spy?
Pay me. No, I was at what is it called? Fight Ready, and I was telling them.
Oh, you were telling them it's our shit.
I was telling them that I'm from RedHawk.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, "From RedHawk? You're a spy?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a spy for Sugar." For a second, they were like, "Huh?" I was like, I'm joking, guys.
You can't make that joke.
I was like, Henry will never fight Sugar. Henry's done.
That's like a bomb on the plane joke. You just can't do that.
I have no
you can't
problem
go
with
into
that.
the gym saying,
I
I'm a
knew
spy
I would
for
go
another
there
gym.
one
Everyone's gonna
time and
hate
probably
you.
never come back. The only reason I will come back for is for Mommy Tracy. I'm mad. She looks
She's
so
overrated,
good.
dude.
She looks so good in real
I'm
life.
probably hated for that.
She looks so good in real life. When I saw her, I was like, damn, Tracy.
Okay, so let's end it. I want to get to know you a little bit more. I'm going to ask you some. So, what is your favorite thing about America that you don't have in your country?
America.
Yeah, like
fuck yeah.
What do you say that you really love about America?
The land of the fray. That's a hard question because there's a lot of things that I really like. Everything is just bigger and better here. Like when I walk into Walmart, for the first time I walked into Walmart, I had a fucking anxiety attack. I was like, holy shit, it's so big. Like if you go to Switzerland, you try to buy chips, potato chips, there's like 10, maybe 15 different ones. Here is like 10 meters or something, however many feet that is. I'm not too good with that American distance thing.
Which is not good. It's not good.
Full of chips, like everything. There's like 100,000 variations of everything, which for us, we love it, but it's like overwhelming, but I love it. I love it. Everything's just, the cars here, like when I see those cars, I'm always like, fuck yeah, all those pickup trucks and stuff. I love that shit. I love that old school mentality. Like I love that you can have your guns here in Arizona and stuff. I love that freedom mentality here. And of course, there's a lot of fucked up things at the moment about America that are going really wrong here in this country with the current leadership. But the fundamental idea of you Americans, the old school idea, I really love that. Like the whole college system and stuff. I would have loved to go to college here. Like you have the cheerleaders, you're on the wrestling team, you're on this team, blah, blah, blah.
150K debt. Pay off the debt.
As I said, the
of your life.
system is really stupid. Like the system, how it's made is really stupid. I don't say the system is good. I don't say everything is good about America. Not at all. There's millions of things that need to change.
There is beauty to college.
I just love this country. It's you have all different things in this country. You have the heat, Arizona. You can go up to Montana. It's like a Switzerland-like environment, kind of, with all the beautiful mountains and stuff. You have 100 different countries in your country. It's such a beautiful freaking country, and I don't know. I just always loved America. Maybe
it's funny that you look at that, because that's what I was trying to talk about earlier. Is like how there's so many tiny little countries with different languages and shit like that. It's just so crazy. Because you're right. To me, like the United States, not everyone's on the same page.
Of course.
And as a kid, growing up, I thought we were all on the same page. So the older I got, the more I learned that it's state by state. It's like, holy fuck, why are we called United States? When I can get high here in Arizona, but you dumb fucks in other states can't get high. And it's like, that's just so fucking stupid. That doesn't say anything about united. Because if we were united, we'd all go, oh, yeah, it's not a fucking problem. It's just power. Power, hunger, control. It's sad that we have so many fucking varieties of potato chips and sugary items because it's made like our system's made off that to profit off. They want to keep us sick. I'm going off a rabbit hole. I'm going down the deep end. But when you're with Tim and Sean and you realize how much you can heal yourself with proper eating, proper sleeping, proper thinking, proper way of life, and how much healthier you can be, you really realize that our system here in America is to keep you sick. They benefit us off of being sick.
Of course.
And then when you walk down the aisles into a Walmart, it really should be like a horror film, like when Psycho, when the curtains are open and the woman's stabbed to death. That's how it should feel when you walk down those aisles. I see people like me, I'm big and fat. I make the same mistakes of, I've worked hard this week. I'm going to order a fucking pizza and I eat some fucking pizza and I go to Walmart. But the sad thing is all these things that make us fat and horrible and all these are the easiest that are most susceptible to us, to give into us, the cheapest, the best. The expensive shit, the healthy shit is more expensive.
Yeah.
Harder to get, harder to find.
That's everywhere though.
Yeah, dude. And it's just like, it sucks. It fucking sucks.
America just has really fucked up laws and shit with like your food. Because most of your food is just cancer. Most of your
illegal
food is
in other countries.
Yeah, but even most fruits and stuff here is just filled with freaking pesticides.
I know, dude.
In Switzerland, if you buy, there's a label called bio in Switzerland that's like, means it's highly organic. It's like you have to meet certain standards that you can have that on your label. If you buy something that says bio on it, B-I-O, you know.
Bio?
Yeah, bio.
Bio?
You have that here as well?
Bio. Bio?
We say bio, yeah.
Yeah,
bio.
Probably biodegradable.
I don't know. It just means it's highly organic, kind of. You know, you don't have any bullshit pesticides on it. You know, it isn't grown in a fucking lab, or you have lab grown meat. When I heard that Florida banned lab grown meat, I was like, how the fuck do you have lab grown meat in the first place? What is that? Like, meat should be from the butcher, should be fresh. Like every supermarket in Switzerland mostly has meat from a Swiss butcher.
Mm-hmm.
Some lamb, for example, is a meat that we import from New Zealand mostly. But like, that's something that's really fucked up here, like the whole food industry and stuff. Everything is full of sugar. Like
everything, dude.
I love it as a tourist. When I come here, I always eat In-N-Out and stuff like that. Like, you know, because in Switzerland,
so do we as Americans.
I always eat so clean in Switzerland because it's so normal for us to eat clean food.
Yeah.
And like, especially how I grew up in my family, like my mother, our garden is full with like fresh fruits and vegetables.
And shit. I was like that too, believe it or not. That's how I had a big yard.
Yeah, but no country's perfect. But I have to say that whole thing that you mentioned with every state is different can be positive as well. Because I can say, look, if I'm more of a, you call it red and blue, right? If I'm more of a red guy, more of a Trump guy, whatever you want to call it, Republican, it's Republican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can go to Florida and I can live my best life and I'm happy there and I have matching standards there and I have laws that I like.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm a blue guy, a little stupid lefty, and and I want to live in California and have all kinds of weird stuff there, and I like that, hey, so be it. I can go there and I can live my best life there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you cannot have a united state if it's that. You're way too big for that. It's not possible.
I think we're in a time where we're all getting soft and spoiled.
That's for sure.
And that's because of how free, like, it's just like, if we just would have realized, like, hey, something's got to be this way. And not, because every generation gets worse. My mom and dad would say to me, oh, your generation is so soft compared to us. And it's true.
Yeah, it is.
Because my dad came from the baby boomers and just the shit that they had. Like, you look at people's hands. People still have it today. But technology and everything is just going to keep changing to make us all softer and all this kind of shit.
You're way too comfortable the whole time.
We're way too comfortable.
You don't have to earn anything. If you, the biggest problem is porn. If you want to have that, like back in the day when you were horny, you had to go out and get a woman. You have to get out and we can talk like about hypocrite again.
Who knows
you have to go and talk to him, what I never do. But you have to go out and actually get a woman to get your sex.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you're horny, you lay in bed. Do I want a blonde chick, a redhead? Should she lick my ass? Like, you have everything available to you. And that's so horrible for your mind.
Dude, it's only going to get worse.
Weak.
Who knows how the whole system is even
How I look at it, brother, is keep making everyone weak. I try to stay hard.
Right.
Like Goggins says, stay hard, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The harder I get, ladies. No, but like the more I stay hard or normal, you could say, and the more people get weak, the better for me.
Right.
The more I can grind and the more people that are gay, the more women for me.
Right.
The same thing.
Well, what if all the women are gay?
Then you just have to be the replacement dildo, kind of, and I don't know.
I have a feeling they're trying to make, like, I wonder if everyone in the future is going to be, like, asexual. In the far future.
Especially in America, you have a huge problem with that whole sexuality thing, yeah.
Yeah, like, I think which could never, you never know.
It's insane. That's a very political thing here, but it's insane what's going on here in America. But anyways, hey, stay weak. No problem for me. As long as you don't bother me with it, stay weak.
That's what Dana White says all the time. He's like, dude, there's so much opportunity right now because of how weak everyone is.
That's a very famous clip of him.
That shit motivates and inspires me. Because you're absolutely right. You're so right.
You know what motivated me the most, and maybe helps you as well, what Joe Rogan said once? Joe Rogan once said this, and I try to think of this as often as I can, and it's so simple. Just imagine that a documentary team is following you day in, day out, making a documentary about your life.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, sometimes I just put it in my mind, like trying to be like schizophrenic, like telling myself, hey, there's literally a documentary team here right now.
Or God. You can do that with God. Hey, Mr. Joe, that's God.
Of course. But the documentary team is like, if you have a team right now filming your day to day, you're not going to chill in bed jerking off.
Yeah.
You're going to be out hustling and doing shit and getting shit done because you want to do a cool life for a documentary.
Maybe not Schmitty's documentary team. If Schmitty's documentary team's around 24/7, they might catch me jerking.
They are jerking off themselves, then.
I mean, hey guys, you might want to look away, but I got to get one out.
No, but
I'm a little pent up.
You can put that in your mind. Just imagine like Netflix is here right now and they're shooting a 2-week documentary about your life. You're gonna have the most successful 2 weeks of your life because you're gonna be grinding the whole time.
Yeah.
You don't want to be doing nothing if a Netflix documentary team is following you.
Facts.
And if you and of course it's not true. They're not actually here, but you can do so much with your mind. You can manipulate your mind in a way with that, and it helps you.
All about the mind.
Yeah, it's all about the mind, and especially the stuff that Sugar and Tim do and stuff with all the red light and stuff. They were the first ones that told me about. I started cold plunging because of Tim and Sean.
That's sick.
Because of the Tim of Sugar show. They were the first ones with those guys. Also now the PMF stuff and whatever. I see it coming everywhere now, but they were the first ones with it. And if you do shit like that, that will keep your body and your mind. It's kind of body, mind. Strong and like clear, and you can only be successful if you do that.
100%. 100%.
That's freaking facts, brother.
Damn. We've already done such a long pod, and I feel like I can keep going. I feel like I haven't even broke the surface. The surface of.
I don't even know how long we're going. I'm just having a conversation with a friend here.
I know. I mean? Well, that's what I like to make it feel like.
Yeah, that's how our conversations sound like in the Java house normally.
Right. So what are your goals? What are your goals here?
Here in Arizona, you mean?
Just right now, here in your moment of life right now. What's your next goal to accomplish within the next year? Big goal that I'm trying to accomplish is being able to live off my content. That would be my biggest goal. Wouldn't that be the best?
It's not something that I want to achieve one day. I will achieve it 100%. I will achieve it. The only question is when.
Yeah.
Some people achieve it very quick because they have just luck and I don't know.
Yep.
They're called Neon and Aiden somehow pushed them, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's always possible. But if you're religious or if you're whatever, like I like to say, God lets everything happen for a reason. Everyone has 100%. Their own timing. Like if it takes you 5 years, if it takes you 10 years, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know, if you tell yourself, if you kind of manifest, you tell yourself the whole time, not that hopefully I will achieve it. No, if you tell yourself I will achieve it, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
And I know it's gonna happen. And that's definitely my biggest goal that I'm hunting, being to able to live off BloodSport, of my own kind of brand, or whatever you
Which you're
wanna call it.
wearing the merch right there, which is sick.
Yes, sir. That's the first collection I ever did. I have like 10 collections by now or something.
Really?
10 different ones, yeah.
That's sick, dude.
I can send you something if you want.
You got my size? 3X?
I can show you the shop afterwards.
All right,
bloodshop.net, and
I'll support.
you tell me whatever you like. I'll send it to you.
I appreciate that, G.
What was what to say? Yeah, that's my biggest, because I feel like if you have 10 plans, you're never gonna focus on one.
How often do you upload?
At the moment, pretty unfrequently, because when I'm traveling and stuff, bro, I was so mad. I pre-edited like 3 videos. Every video was about Conor Chandler prediction, Whitaker Khamzat Chimaev prediction, and like videos about those 2 fights. All of them.
All gone.
And they're cancelled. I have videos. They're already.
Well, now you got
YouTube.
videos. Will that be videos about them being canceled?
Yeah, but I have like at home, I have like my big tower PC and stuff where I edit and stuff with my headphones. I'm pretty bad because I like to edit a lot in my videos. I don't like to just upload them plain. I like to do a lot of cool editing and stuff. That's pretty hard for me on a laptop.
You put passion.
Yeah, and on a laptop it's pretty hard for me. And I'm a guy, I don't like to put out a product that I'm not happy with. You know what I mean? So at the moment, I'm trying to film a lot of vlog stuff and whatever here. Do some cool content. And I just started a new job in Switzerland, so
What is it?
working like sales. It's called account manager, but I work in sales kind of for like an IT company. We sell like Microsoft solutions and stuff. And obviously because it's a new job, I have to hustle a lot there. So at the moment, it's kind of hard for me to upload a lot of videos because when I wake up, I work until like 5. At 5, I go to the gym, come home at like 7. When I come home, I maybe go directly to I normally film, pre-record on like weekends. So I edit my videos for like 1.5 hours or something. I normally take like 2.5 hours for one video to edit it fully. Then I stream. I do like nearly everyday live streams on Twitch or Kick. I just
Every day.
Nearly every day, yeah. I used to do every day, and now it's just not possible. Training, working, editing videos, coming up with content ideas for Instagram as well, like skits, filming them, editing them as well.
It's a lot.
So I'm always trying to prioritize YouTube, but I enjoy streaming so much. So I always stream a lot, which is time I obviously could use for editing and stuff. But I'm trying to find a good balance, and I'm trying to upload as many videos as possible, but in a good quality. Yeah. So I'm trying to just grind as much as possible and at least have like 2-3 videos a week at least.
That's fire.
Yeah, man.
Consistency over time equals results, baby.
Consistency is key, man. Yeah, I don't in Switzerland, I don't barely go out with women and stuff. Like,
really?
I just invite them to my home if they're down. We have some fun.
You were telling me that they don't do OnlyFans over there.
It's frowned upon. But it's kind of frowned upon. Yeah, like of course there's women in Switzerland who do OnlyFans, like of course. But like I, for example, don't know any girl that I ever met and had a personal contact with that does OnlyFans. And here in America, it's way different. Like
it's everybody.
Yeah, there's not that many girls in Switzerland that do OnlyFans, and they just being called a bitch by everyone. Like everyone's like, look at that bitch. I'm sure her dad is proud and stuff like that, because it's at the end of the day, like you're doing porn. Whatever you try to tell me, of course, there's girls who only do like bikini pictures and stuff. That's something else. Or
well, there is girls that do OnlyFans with like art or like their like they do like art. They paint. They do certain stuff. There is girls. Oh yeah, there is girls that they're just rare. They're rare to find the ones that have an OnlyFans. Like they'll have a link tree, and they'll have an OnlyFans. But
that's the biggest red flag ever. If she has a link tree in her bio. You always click on it, please no OnlyFans, please no OnlyFans. I have no.
Sometimes you'll find a girl with a link tree when it's like, oh, it's art projects, art, blah, blah. Like, and then you go, oh, damn, this girl's like actually an artist and she's trying to be something cool. Like, that's lit.
Just to be clear here, like, I have no problem if a girl does OnlyFans. I'm the horniest guy on the planet. Like, I'll make a POV video, no problem. Upload it on your OnlyFans as long as you don't see my face, no problem.
And a girl can make cheddar. I can't fault a girl for wanting to make cheddar.
I'll have some fun. I'll have an affair with an OnlyFans girl, no problem. But I could never like be in a serious relationship with a girl that sucked dick on cam and had it on her OnlyFans. I could maybe.
What about where she doesn't touch anyone? She just posts nudes, masturbation videos.
No. If I have a real like serious girlfriend, I would date like a girl like Lana Rhodes and like be kind of together with her, but not in that serious relationship where we go to your parents and let them meet her or whatever.
Right.
I could never do that. Like tell my parents, yeah, that's my girl. Yeah, She posts nudes on her OnlyFans. Yeah, Dad, you can look it up. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't, like, I could never do that. That's just my morals. Maybe I'm old school. I couldn't do that. It wouldn't be possible.
It is going to be interesting to see how the new generations change with morals and how they view things like that with the things of OnlyFans. Because, yeah, dude, you got to think about it. Like, and when, like, even with clothes, like, back when I grew up, it was cool to be preppy. And the preppy thing was, oh, you were wearing Aeropostale, Hollister, American Eagle,
I love Hollister.
Abercrombie and Finch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like those were the 4 big things that, like, if you weren't wearing one of those 4 things, you weren't cool. So, dude, I get nervous when it comes to boys wanting to do Twitch and video games and girls being able to sell themselves.
Who's going to work the normal job?
Yeah, no, that's the thing right now happening in
AI?
America. Yeah, it'll be AI. We'll see. We'll see.
That's going to be a big problem.
It's going to be interesting. Because, dude, we did this to ourselves when men didn't value women, and back when my grandpas were and my grandma was growing up, it was the men went out to war while the women stayed home and took care of the 27 children.
That's how I would like it.
Yeah, and then but then my mom's generation, I liked my mom's generation because, like, it was like the women's rights and everything, but, like, they weren't the dumb whores that I feel like a lot of, like, dude, you talk to, like, some 20-year-old fucking dumb whores and you're like, holy shit.
They're so delusional.
Yeah, and I'm like, holy fuck, is that going to be all of them? Because my mom's generation, they wanted to prove that they were worth something in a different way. This way, like, now I feel like we're living in a world where girls, because of men, because we devalued women, we don't think anything of women. Well, now it's like, okay, well, they're just going to take advantage of us. And how do they take advantage of guys? Oh, exploiting themselves with sex and money and all that kind of shit. It's like, is that? I'm fearing that that's taking over the main thing of women. I'm hoping we're not losing all women like that. Have guys been that, like, and then I think about how girls view guys. I'm like, do most women view guys as, like, how I'm starting to view most women? Because that would be hard, dude. Imagine being a girl, not, like, girls don't get taken seriously. Like, all guys just want to fuck them. No one's taking you seriously. Like, that would be fucking hard. You're always trying to prove yourself. And then imagine, like, those women who worked those 9-to-5s trying to prove to themselves, to the fucking men of the companies who were like, oh yeah, you're just hot, but you're fucking proving yourself. Like, dude, that'd be tough. And men deal with it, boys deal with it too with athletes. Like, when you're trying to be the best quarterback, you know what I mean? It's different. It's different. So now we're paying for it. I feel like now we're living in this world where it's like, well, girls aren't gonna. Why have a hot? Why, if I'm a girl, why? And I'm used to be a bartender because I'm hot. Because I'm going to get people to come buy alcohol and I got to serve and I got to work for this company. Why the fuck would I do that when I can make way more money showing my titties to people I'm never going to see?
I see that. I see that argument for sure.
Yeah.
I never say I don't understand how you could do. I would never do that if I would be a girl. I just say, like, I just can't stand behind it in terms of, if that would be my daughter, I would probably make her disappear in the forest. I'll take you out to the Arizona desert. She's never going to be seen again. You know that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where, like...
But what if she's like, Dad, I just bought you a new Lambo.
I'll already have 3 Lambos by then, goddammit. I'm never going to have kids unless I can provide for them.
She's like, Dad, you want to go to Cabo?
I mean, I like to go raw, so it's kind of a problem. But
Dad, we're going to fucking Paris for the weekend. And then after that, we're going to...
Be like, fuck no, I'll take you to Paris, girl. And my daughter...
Mm-hmm.
I like what Andrew said. Andrew Tate here. I'm kind of probably gonna catch a lot of hate for endorsing Andrew Tate, but he said, my daughter, I'm gonna spoil her as much as I can, take her to all the private chats and whatnot, give her the craziest life ever. So whenever she's ready to date, she's not gonna settle for less. No weird, most guys that are just playing with the girls and stuff and just like fucking them up and making them depressed and stuff are normally not like rich, successful guys that take them on a plane or something. They invite them to their home, fuck them, never text them again. So she then only goes for guys that are successful as well and have a lot of money, because you don't want to have your girl being like on drugs the whole time with the chunky down the street. You know what I mean?
You know what I sadly kind of think is the truth though? when you're at a certain level of success and you can do anything you want in life, sometimes you just don't want to deal with people's bullshit. So it's like, I feel if we were all go-getters, our own boss, when you're your own boss and you don't need nobody for nothing, you could do whatever you want. You feel like that. It's like, would you really put up with anyone's shit? You know what I mean? And
I feel you.
Yeah. And I feel like when you get like, I feel like that would be the nice way. I get what Andrew Tate's saying. That would be lit, because then you're like, if you could just raise anyone, because I think this comes down to all of us. When we're all victims to a system, right, and trying to be our own boss, that's male and female. If we could just teach women to be their own boss, which is what happening with OnlyFans, and men to be their own boss, what would happen? If we all could just reach that pinnacle of being what we want to be, what would really happen to society?
That's a very deep question that you could go down the rabbit hole with. You probably have to talk to Jordan Peterson or somebody about that. Because
I strongly believe that, like, so most people who are the breadwinner in the relationship, and it's just like, man, if that other person was a breadwinner, would they still be in that relationship? If they were their own boss, if both these people were their own bosses, would they stick with each other, or would they not deal with each other's bullshit?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty situational. I think
most people wouldn't deal with,
like, you cannot make a broad statement with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like everyone's different. There's
everybody.
People, yeah, it's hard to answer that question. Really.
And that's why I'm like, if everyone was their own boss, didn't have to answer to anybody, what would that be like? Yeah,
but that's a pretty unrealistic scenario. So
I know.
I don't even think. I try to not
think
about unrealistic nonsense.
That's a good.
Because it's gonna make you question stuff that you shouldn't even question. It's gonna make you think negatively and be sad or whatever, mad about stuff that doesn't even exist. So you're making up problems that are not even there. That's the road to depression.
Damn, that was bars you just spit. That was good.
You want to put on the beat?
Well, drop the beat. Yeah. Well, sometimes progression's made by critical thinking like that. What if it's just critical thought?
Critical thinking is important.
Yeah.
But about the real stuff.
Yeah.
Not about nonsense. Like critical thinking, for example, when I came up with there's no showers in the RedHawk Academy, that was critical thinking. And what did it end up in? Now we have showers at the RedHawk Academy.
I'd be thinking like Oppenheimer. Like I create something, then I'm like, oh fuck.
I watched it on the plane right here. Oppenheimer.
Really? Did you like it?
I liked it. I like the actor. He's a very good actor.
Oh yeah.
I like. I don't really. I'm not too into like old school movies that are like, you know, like everything in the movie seems like old. I really don't like it too much. But this one I liked. It was just very long. It was so long. So
it was
with our TikTok minds, it was hard to endure. I knew if I think I even slept. Like I paused it. I had to sleep a little bit in the plane and then woke up and watched the rest of it because it was like 3 hours or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, brother, it's been a long pod.
It's been a good
Next time you come, do you think you'll come back when you come back to America? Next time you're going to come back to AZ again?
Of course, bro.
Yeah?
This is my second home here.
Yeah. We'll do another pod when you come back.
Of course, brother.
And maybe we'll deep dive into some other things. Because I could have kept going all day with you, but
bro, I could do a 24-hour podcast.
I know. JOBINS, I want to start doing on Wednesdays. I'm going to try and start interviewing people. Me and Brent are going to do our pods on Sundays still. But let me know in the comments how you like this. And
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, thank you for coming, brother.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, I'm going to put your IG and other things in the link below. So go check him out, JOBINS. He's funny, makes a lot of good funny content about UFC. So if you're always looking for funny-ass reels, BloodSport MMA is your man.
I appreciate that, JOBINS.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And keep supporting your boy Schmidt.
I appreciate
Big
you.
Schmidt.
Thanks for coming on the pod.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah. It was a big pleasure.
See you next week, JOBINS. Love ya.